So hey guys, it's Caitlin, and today I promised the last video that I would make a video about my horse. So I'm gonna make this like maybe 5 minutes long, and then I'm gonna start because I did bring some of my halters home, and I've had it like ever since I bought it. I've always had it here, and because sometimes you just have too much and you want more, but you can't. So yeah, that's why I have it at home. Okay, my bridle I have here is because this is my like extra bridle, because I have a bridle, my main bridle. If that breaks, I have another bridle there that's snaffle, and this bridle I don't like at all, but I still got it for Christmas, and I did use it twice and I didn't like it at all. But that's my extra halter. If I ever need it, I'll use it. Other than that, I don't like it, except for it's very pretty. I have 2 halters here. One halter's from my old horse that passed away. I will tell you that story. And then this other halter is stupid, and it's a cheap leather halter. I can tell you that right now. And this lead rope I brought home just because. Okay, so let's get started. Bella is my horse. If you don't know that, there's a picture of her right there with her new halter on that I bought yesterday. 2 days ago maybe, I'm not sure. And this is her today. I was training her with no bridle on it whatsoever. She sucks at not using a bridle. She doesn't listen. It's her. She's mean, but I love her. She's actually pretty sweet. She eats a lot. She gets that from her owner, if you can't tell. But we do go on rides like every 3 weeks maybe, I'm not sure. She's lost some weight. She hasn't lost some weight, but she is fairly skinny. Her old owners kept her in less than a quarter of an acre field with 3 dogs and tons of junk. I should have took a picture of it, but I didn't have my phone at the time. So it was just terrible. She ate out of this rusty, it was like this rusty old barrel, and it was laying on the ground, and it had a small little hole in there just so she can fit her face into the feed buckets, and it probably cut her face a few times. And then she had this small, I didn't see a water bucket, but she had a small bucket back there. That might have been her water bucket, I'm not sure. There was tons of trash and crap back there. The biggest part of that stupid backyard was the garage. So she had less than a quarter of an acre to walk around. Plus she had 3 dogs, so there was dog poop everywhere. She was tied up in the front yard on this long lead. She probably lived out in the front yard. The only reason why I went into the backyard is to get some hay in the feed. So yeah, that's about her. She's 17, 18, one of those. She's probably, okay, she's probably 17 hands tall or more. She's spoiled. She has so many halters. Since she lives in my grandma's, she gets spoiled because my grandma will give her basically anything she wants. She gets fresh water every so often. She does get fed every day. So before you tell me you need to feed her more, I'm getting hay soon. It's going to be a huge round bale. I'm getting that soon. I feed her. We spend $100 on feed every 3 weeks maybe. So don't tell me I'm not feeding my horse. I'm just saying because people tell me to feed her all the time. You can ask my friend Sierra. You can ask my mom. You can ask my grandma, my grandpa. We feed her all the time. I'm getting very defensive about this. So that's about her. She's standard bred maybe. They never told her her age to me. They never told me what breed she was, how old she was, if she's had vaccinated, any health problems, none of that. They came outside with a bunch of Twinkies and fed her. So that's that. And they never groomed her when we got her home. The next hot day we bathed her about 6 times that day. she still had tons of muck and stuff in her fur. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. I do have, let's see, I have 2 rope halters, 3 normal halters, 1 bridle, like 2 sets of reins, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 saddle pads, Western saddle pads, 1 English saddle pad, let's see, 3 Western saddles, 1 English saddle, what's here, that it's over there in the corner, because I had to bring it home and clean it, 1 Australian stock saddle, and that's it. I have so many brushes. I'm going to show you all that tomorrow. Okay, so first of all, this is just a random lead rope I like to bring home that I thought, because I never used it, because I have a few lead ropes. I have 3 lead ropes, and I technically have 4 lead ropes, but the 4th one is like tied to the rope halter, so it came with a rope halter. I bought that yesterday. I didn't buy this yesterday. I bought this 3 years ago, maybe. I don't know. It's rusty, so I never used it, so I brought it home for decoration. It's, if you can't tell, it's brown, teal green with teal, you know, pink, white, blue, very ugly purple. That blue is turquoise, by the way. So that's what I've seen from in here. There's 2 different teals. It's pretty good size, you know. It's a little cool extra halter, or lead rope. This halter is very touchy. So if anybody ever touches this halter, except for Sierra or my parents, I freak out because, you know, I never want to lose this halter. It's my old horse's that he died. He passed away last year. We had to put him down. He fell. We couldn't get him up. My grandpa tried 6 hours to get him up. My mom picks me up from school. And I didn't cry. Like, I try to stay as positive because I don't like crying in front of people. So, you know, I had a laugh when inside my heart was crushed. I don't like crying in front of people. I don't like videotaping in front of people. What? I know! So, yeah. I'm very nervous about right now because they could just walk in my room and see me talking to the camera. I don't like doing that. I'm sorry. So, I was honestly, whenever they, like, because my grandpa had to leave for work whenever I got there. So he left for work. He did not want to leave Mo alone. He was already dead, but my horse was, she looked pretty beat up. Like, she wasn't beat up, but, you know, she looked pretty upset. Her head was very low. She wouldn't move. Like, she would stand right next to him and stare at him for hours at a time because we couldn't just bury him. Like, we had a hole dug for, because he was already down on the ground before. Like, a few years earlier, he was, I'm about to start crying, but he would lay down because he was so sick. He was sick for about 5 years, and we knew it. We never did anything about it, because we couldn't pay for the vet bills. You know, vet bills was $1,000 every time they came out. We're a very poor family, and I'm very lucky to have Bella. Sorry. And so every time Mom would go down, everybody would come over and just sit around him, you know, talk, pet him. Sometimes we would go get some quilts from the house and cover him up. So every time, my grandpa would just got sick and tired of worrying about, you know, where they're gonna bury him if he passes. So he just dug a hole about 4 years ago. They had to drain the hole out because it had rainwater in there. So, you know, they had to get a pump and drain it all out. That took about 3 days. Not 3 days, but it took, it took maybe 5 hours. So little Mo, I know y'all are gonna sound like I'm dumb or something. You're gonna say I was horse abuse, but we put like a tarp over him, and he had to stay under that tarp dead for about a day. So the very next morning, my grandpa, while I was at school, he had to drag Mo with his car over to the hole, and he lightly placed him in there. I don't know how lightly he did, but and then he put lime like on him to dissolve the body, and then he just left the tarp up there, and then we buried him. So that's why this halter is so touchy. It's always in my room. You'll probably never ever see it off that wall, if unless I do, you know, halter reviews or stuff like that. It's a very good halter. It's $50. I bought that a long time ago. This is a Camelot. Don't buy this halter unless you like fake halter. Don't buy it. It was $18. So yes, it was cheap. I didn't expect much out of it. It was Camelot. Remember, it's Camelot. It's already cracking. I've only used it twice. Just saying. I bought it from horse.com. Sorry horse.com, but I don't like this halter, and I don't like this bridle. This was a waste of 35 bucks. This was 13, and this was 20 something. It feels fake, and it doesn't smell like it doesn't smell like leather. It's very pretty, but it's good for like shows maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video because I'm gonna go watch my show. So you learned something about my old horse that passed away, and you learned something about my current horse, Bella. Yes, I love them. I love all the horses I've had. I've had 4 horses in the past. Oh, Lordy. My stomach hurts. Anyways, I've had 4 horses in the past. My grandpa's owned most of them. I've had 2. But Mo technically wasn't mine. You know, everybody claimed him. He was mine. I took care of him every day. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.